Local news about local people. This is Newslink Indiana.
Hello and welcome to NewslinkIndiana.com for Tuesday, March 14th, 2006. I'm Abby Walton. A Grant County soldier died in Afghanistan Sunday. Joshua Hill of Fowlerton, Indiana, was killed by a roadside bomb. Military officials confirmed the 391st Engineering Battalion was clearing routes in eastern Afghanistan when the bomb went off, killing 4 soldiers. The battalion was based out of Asheville, North Carolina. And Indiana homeowners could know how much they'll pay in property taxes by midnight. The current property tax relief bill means the average homeowner would pay 4 to 5% less this year than expected. It also would increase the assessed value of homesteads from $35,000 to $45,000 for property taxes payable next year. Delaware County Assessor James Carmichael says not all taxpayers would get the same break.
What one taxpayer is saving will not necessarily spread to another taxpayer.
The House and Senate must agree on the bill for it to be passed. And Lafayette may reap the most economic benefits from the addition of a new Toyota plant in their city, but businesses across the state will also feel positive effects. The new Subaru Lafayette plant joins the other major manufacturer, the Princeton Toyota plant. The plants come at a time when other domestic companies such as GM are leaving Indiana. The Lafayette plant will produce Toyota's first hybrid Camry, along with other models such as the Legacy and Outback. Managers at Ed Martin Toyota of Anderson say the Lafayette plant will help sales because buyers will be helping Hoosiers.
When they feel it's made here and they know people are, supporting their families with paychecks they've got from building these cars, it's a good thing.
Production at the plant is expected to start next spring. Anderson can expect many changes in the next few years. Newslink Indiana's Beth Campus tells you how residents view the new Anderson.
Mayor Kevin Smith is changing the direction of streets in Anderson.
We're trying to keep a nice flow in traffic.
I think it's going to help the other businesses in the area.
Our belief is that we want to make it easier for motorists, for business to move around in the core part of the business district downtown.
While some agree,
I think it will help our business. Then more people will be able to get to us quicker, and I think that's an advantage for people nowadays because everybody's in a hurry.
Others don't.
I think it's a waste of money to change the streets when you changed them before he got in office. They were just changed, and I think it's just that he should work on the check holes.
Some of Mayor Smith's changes include Jackson Street and this intersection, 13th and Main. What he plans to do is have 13th Street a two-way road and Main Street a two-way road with a center turn lane.
If you pass a parking spot, that way you can go around the block again to come back to it rather than running into a one-way street, not being able to park near your favorite store.
Some think the money should be spent on other improvements.
He could spend the money on schools, assistance at schools, and like I said, fixing check holes.
But Mayor Smith says the project is the beginning of a bigger and better Anderson. In Anderson, Beth Campus, Newslink, Indiana.
The project is expected to cost more than $9 million. And now Joe Thomas joins us with a look at our forecast. And Joe, I see that you must have gone somewhere warm for break. You are nice and tan, but I wish you could have brought some of that warm weather back here.
Well, I did bring it back this weekend. Unfortunately, those temperatures did not remain in the area throughout today. As you notice, the temperatures got a lot cooler today, and they're going to remain that way for at least about the next 5 days, it looks like. Taking a look at tonight's weather notes, you can see that we did have a little taste of spring earlier on this week, but we are back to slightly below average temperatures. Much calmer conditions, cool, but not necessarily cold. We do have some precipitation later on in the week. Will it be rain or snow? That's the question, and I'll explain that just a little bit in the forecast. Tonight, overnight lows, 26 in Muncie, 26 in Indianapolis, as well as 29 in Bloomington. So not too bad, slightly below average for this time of year. It's all because of this high pressure system bringing us some clear conditions throughout the overnight tonight. What we're watching is this low pressure system out to the west that's going to be moving into the Midwest later on this week, early into Thursday morning, as you can see. That could possibly bring us rain or snow depending on where the front passes us. So be aware, keep an eye to your local forecast for those conditions. Highs tomorrow around East Central Indiana, 47 in Muncie, 49 in Indianapolis, 53 in Bloomington. So we're still up there, but slightly cooler than what we usually would be. Low of 26 tonight in Muncie. Wind continues to blow, cool temperatures, but 13 to 22 miles an hour, not quite as high of winds we saw today. Tomorrow, we're going to have some breezy conditions, 11 to 16 miles an hour. I have 47 degrees. Conditions are going to improve slightly. The sun will be out, so that'll be a nice change. As you can see, later on in the week, Thursday is when we're expecting that rain-snow mix. High of 42. Take a look at Friday and the rest of the weekend. You can see we have some sunny conditions, but it is going to stay right around the 40s. So not quite as nice as yesterday when we saw 60 degrees. But we're not to spring quite yet, so.
That's true. We just have to wait a little bit more, and maybe we'll see those temperatures soon.
A little taste yesterday. It'll be back before we know it. So.
All right. Thanks, Joe. A fire this month that destroyed a Delaware County Fairgrounds building hasn't kept people away. Newslink Indiana's Tiffany Schreier tells you how the show goes on with the county's annual Farm Festival.
Delaware County is getting down on the farm.
It's a sheep ceremony.
The 2006 Farm Festival kicked off Tuesday, an event that has educated and entertained for 28 years. Kathy York's favorite festival memory, when a father brought his son to learn what he learned as a boy.
And he says, I'm back again. And as I told you earlier, I'm going to start crying. But he said, I want you to teach my son the same thing.
And many children have their own favorite part about the festival.
I like the bees, the horse, the cow.
Aside from yearly activities like being able to milk a cow, this year the festival's made some changes and adaptations. One new addition, In Stitches, a locally owned embroidery business.
I like to get out in the community and do some fun things, and these are, geared towards the community.
Earlier this month, a fire destroyed a main festival building, which meant some adjusting. But York isn't worried.
Everything will go on just as planned, so, as they say, the show must go on.
And one lesson York hopes people take away from this year's festival?
To appreciate what our land does provide.
In Muncie, Tiffany Schreier, Newslink, Indiana.
The festival continues until Wednesday night at the fairgrounds. And those are your headlines for Tuesday, March 14th, 2006. Please join us again tomorrow right here at newslinkindiana.com.